Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with the Evil Streets, man. It's AK Showtime. Hey, look, man. Uh, Shout out to Nick White and fuck Ray Lewis. And I'm gonna tell you why. Cause yesterday I seen the inside the NFL interview with Ray Lewis, but he was basically backsliding and tap dancing and bojangling and shit. Other day with Boomer Assassin and Phil Sims talking about, oh, I didn't take both knees and protest for the national anthem. I was praying for my brothers on the Baltimore Ravens, T. Sizzle and Steve Bisciotti, and John Harbaugh and Joe Flacco, who I love so much, who I said Colin Kaepernick couldn't sign with the team if Joe got hurt. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. He went on first things first with Chris Carter and them and Nick Wright and tried to say, oh, one knee is for protest, two knees is for one knee is for protest, two knees is for praying. Motherfucker, Catholics pray on one knee. God damn it, nigga. Have you ever? I'm gonna just put this out there. I don't go to church no more, and I got my reasons because, you know what I'm saying, I got my own personal reasons for why I don't do that. But when I used to go, I used to go to night services and shit on like New Year's Eve or whatever, bringing in the New Year or whatever, and they would have night services or whatever till like the New Year start, and we would sit up there and we would pray in the little the pews or whatever, and they would hand out quote unquote the body of Christ and the blood of Christ or whatever, you know, the little cracker shit and the grape juice, cause that's what it is. That's basically what it is. The communion is what they call it. But we would sit up there and pray on one knee or two knees or whatever. See people pray on one knee, see people pray on two knees. I didn't see Catholic churches on TV. Like they film all these little churches or whatever. Like Sunday mornings, or Saturday mornings, you can watch. I turn on channel 50, the little local not the WB. It's not the WB no more. The local CW affiliate over here in the DMV. You can watch them do Catholic service sermons and shit on TV for the Catholic Church. And he got his old white dude shit praying with his parishioners or whatever. And they take little shots, camera shots of the pews. And you see them motherfuckers praying on one knee. They don't really be on both knees like that. You see some people on two knees, but you see them on one knee too. That doesn't necessarily mean Tim Tebow used to pray on one. Do y'all remember back in 2011 when Tim Tebow used to do the whole Tebow thing, and you know it became a fad or whatever. And I'm not saying he did it to get any national attention. I really think that he was genuine about his faith. I would never question that because I don't feel like he was being disingenuous. But Tim Tebow never knelt down on both knees. He prayed on one knee and knelt his head down and prayed to God. So when Ray Lewis sit up there and say, oh, one knee is for protest, two knees is for praying, nigga, you full of shit. I mean, you full of shit, Ray. Come on, man. Like, how can you sit up there and say that when you played against the guy and Tim Tebow that prayed on one knee on the sidelines, bruh? When I think one of his teammates used to do that too. I think it was either Terrell Suggs or Ed Reed used to do that. Like, they used to sing the Lord National Anthem or whatever and do that. And then after that, you know, dudes will pray and you'll see them like praying and kneeling down to Ed Reed or Terrell Suggs, they used to be down on like one knee too. So when he say, "Oh, one knee is for protest, two knees for praying," nigga, that might be now. That might be now for what you know, for what you see currently, but but in the past, like, you wasn't saying that. You wasn't saying that. So fuck Ray Lewis, man. Like, and like I said, man, like, I want y'all to go back, bro. And they used to do, I think they had a South Park episode when they was making fun of like the Tim Tebow thing when he was, y'all can go back, bro, and just Google or just YouTube T-Bone. It's just Tebow's last name with the ING on it. It's called T-Bone. That's the whole little fad joint that they made it out of. Like I said, I'm not questioning whether Tebow was genuine about it or not. I feel like he was. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't a protest. That was him praying. And what did he pray on? Not two knees, one knee, Ray. One knee. So for when you sit up there and say, "Oh, one knee is for protest, two knees for praying," nigga, what the fuck is you talking about now? You talking about now or just in general? Because if you talk about now, I know you full of shit, bro. Because you going against the message that Cap sending. So him being on one knee is for protest, but Tim Tebow being on one knee ain't for protest. It's only 6 years apart. It's only 6 years apart, right? And you was in the league at the time. You remember when that shit was going down. You ain't retired till the end of 2012 when you won that Super Bowl, nigga. So you know when that shit was going down. You knew. But one knee is for protest, two knees for praying, right, Ray? And if you look at what he was doing, I seen a little bit of the clip or whatever. I seen one of his knees raise up. You know, one of his knees was like where his foot was planted on the ground, and then there was just one knee like planted in the grass or whatever, the turf or whatever over there in London where Baltimore was playing Jacksonville in the game that they got blown out in. And he distinctively, like, he just so happened to, like, you know, catch himself a little bit and put both his knees back down on the turf. It was like a little 3-second thing, you know. He lifted his knee up or whatever, and he was like, and then put his knee back down in the dirt. This motherfucker, this big black dumbass nigga, man, Ray Lewis right here, man. Like, Ray is full of shit, bruh. And Ray one of those people that can't be trusted, bruh. Ray one of those people you just don't even get mad at no more, man. It's like that video I posted last night when I was when I filmed my the little live broadcast on the news or whatever about that bar attendant, about that bar owner that was banning the NFL games because of the protests that we were seeing throughout the league last Sunday and throughout the last year or whatever. Talking about, these NFL players need to get their act together and stop disrespecting our flag and our national anthem. Motherfucker, fuck you. Motherfucker got the little Pringle mustache and shit, the little Pep Boy mustache on. You know what I'm saying? And a big shiny dome. You know what I'm saying? A big shiny bald head. Nigga like the Pringles man, bruh. Like the fucking Pringles man. And like I said, bruh, shout out to Nick Wright too. Cause Nick Wright debunked everything. That was said badly about Kaepernick. He talked about Cap opting out of his contract. The truth about that. He talked about the truth behind Kaepernick's numbers in his record and everything that went into that. He talked about I forgot what else he talked about. He talked about a third thing, but I'll put the link in the description for the for the videos, cause I should, and it should be clips of, like I said, it should be clips of Ray over there in London kneeling. I'm gonna put a link to that in the description. I'm gonna put a link to the interviews that he did on Inside the NFL, and I think Speak for Yourself because he was on there, where you could just see him backsliding and shit right on camera, trying to deflect the blame and trying to make it all about Shannon Sharp and all the people coming at his head on Twitter. But anyway, man, I'm out, man. Like, fuck Ray Lewis. Like I say, shout out to Nick Wright. Oh yeah, fuck Jenna Wolf too. Nick Wright and Chris Carter co-host on First Things First. Fire her ass, Fox. Fire her. She needs to go. Cause she sat up there and did that shit at least 3 times. 3 times from what I seen about Colin Kaepernick and that damn issue, talking about, oh, he needs to talk. He needs to come out and say something. And I'm glad Nick Wright and Chris Carter her ass right there on camera. Right there on camera, so she couldn't get away with that shit. Chris Carter said, I talked to the man. He told me this. Why would Chris Carter sit up there and lie, man? I don't agree with everything Chris Carter say, and there's a lot of shit that I had problems with what Chris Carter said in the past. But to me, Chris Carter was dead on with what he said about Colin Kaepernick, bro. And Nick Wright was too. Like, why would Chris Carter sit up there and lie about a conversation that he had with the man when he know that could possibly get him on the NFL squad? If he says on camera, yo, I talked to Cap, yo, he told me, yo, he wants to play. And this is a national show. All those shows on TV that you see, First Fake, First Things First, Undisputed, Speak for Yourself, all them little joints, they national shows. They national shows. They broadcast from everywhere. Most of the, I think Undisputed and First Things First and The Herd and all that, they film in LA. Nick Wright and Chris Carter, they out there in New York City. But they national shows because Fox is a national network. It's a local and national network. So him saying that on camera is being broadcast throughout the whole country. So any city that any of these owners are in, whether it's Jacksonville, New York, Cleveland, the Boston area, Dallas, Houston, Washington D.C., they get those messages. They see those messages, man. They see these clips on YouTube. They watch the shows live. They listen to the podcast. If Chris Carter was going to sit up there and bullshit, he would have just tap danced right there on camera. But no, he sat there and said, I talked to the man. They had photo evidence that he talked to the man. He took a picture with him. You don't think he was going to take a picture with him and not have a fucking conversation with him? He was going to say, hey, what's up, Cap? You know what I'm saying? What's good with you? You know, and then just walk the fuck off. Come on, man. Type of sense do that make? If I bump into a nigga on the street and, you know what I'm saying, we both, you know what I'm saying, we might have somewhere to go. We might chop it up for at least 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But Chris Carter said, yo, they live in the same neighborhood. They've been trying to get, you know what I'm saying, reconnected a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But they both been busy. But, you know what I'm saying, he ended up bumping into him. So, of course, he probably had a conversation with him. And Jenna Wolf sitting up there trying to dispel that shit. Man, fuck her too. Fuck Ray Lewis. Like I said, shout out to Nick Wright, Chris Carter, Shannon Sharp, Rob Parker, Max Kellerman, all them. I'm out, man.